Okay. Good morning, everyone. Today is very important day, and why it is important is because I will be speaking of something which is very close to my heart. There is a dream which most of the youth who are energetic and who are adventurous, they see every day with their open eyes. And that dream is to join the armed forces. They want to fly the soaring jets, they want to fire the thundering guns, and they want to sail in the mighty ships. And they want to serve the motherland, they want to live for the motherland, and they want to die for the motherland. But unfortunately, very few people or very few students or very few youth out of these millions of youth are able to achieve their dreams. But today, in next 1 hour or so, I'll be telling you how to achieve, how to fulfill your dream. That's why the topic which I have chosen today is how to get selected in armed forces. But before I go to that, I want to tell you why armed forces. There are so many options available to the students after 12th, after graduation, and maybe after post-graduation. Then why armed forces? It is not that because I am from the armed forces, that's what I am telling you to join the armed forces. It is because this is still one of the best options for those youth who want to live a adventurous and energetic life. Why armed forces as a career? You must understand because most of the people, most of the youth are not even aware what is there in the armed forces. First is personal satisfaction and pride. Once you join the armed forces, you put on the uniform, you yourself will personally feel very satisfied and you will be proud of yourself. आपको अपने पर गर्व होगा. Not only you, your parents, your friends, your relatives, whenever they will see you in uniform, they will feel very proud of it. Especially your parents, your grandparents. That is number one. Number two is prestige and respect. The amount of respect you get in this society, you don't get in any other profession. Let me tell you, whether you're a doctor, you're a policeman, you're an engineer, you're in the corporate, the amount of respect an army person gets or the defense person gets, you will not get in any profession. Let me assure you that. Number three is professional advancement. Professionally, you advance. It is not that once you join the army or the air force or the navy, your professional growth stagnates. No. In the defense forces, we ensure not only the officers, even the Jawan when they join, they also progress professionally. They also do courses. Officers are encouraged to do lot of courses. We will come to that after some time. Then there is a variety of adventure. You can see the mountains, you can see the thick jungles of the northeast, you can see the sand dunes of the Rajasthan, you can see the plains of Punjab, Haryana. So you can go up to Seattle, where people can't even imagine going there. You can fly helicopters, you can fly jets, you can be in the sea, you can be under this water. So all these things are available to you if you join the armed forces. Next is job security. As soon as you join the armed forces, except for the President of India, only Rashtrapati of India can remove you from your job. No other can remove you from job. It is not the corporate where you don't even know the next day when you go to the office whether you will be asked to stay or you will be asked to go away. There you are not even aware of tomorrow. But in the armed forces, your job is totally secure because you get commissioned on the orders of President of India and you get decommissioned only on his orders. No one else can, even the Prime Minister of India cannot remove you from your job. Officers at very early age. Officers in the armed forces at the age of 21, they start putting on the rank. There is no organization in the country where you become officer at the age of 21 and you start earning at the age of 21. Physical fitness. In civilian life, you have to join gym, you have to do yoga, you have to do diet control, you have to do so many things to stay fit. But in the armed forces, they will ensure you that you always stay physically fit. When I joined the army, I was Shape 1. Shape 1 means you are physically fit in every aspect of medical. And when I left the army, I was still Shape 1 after 36 years. So I was stayed physically fit throughout. And I am very proud to say that after retiring 12 years back, I am still physically fit, Shape 1. So that is how you stay physically fit by staying in the army, Air Force, Navy. Next is the regimentation. The amount of comradeship, amount of looking after each other. What you say in the armed forces, it is as good as your family. You are in the family, staying away from your original family. You never feel that you are serving or you are working where there is no one to look after you. You will be looked after much better than what your family can look after. Now the benefits, good salary. At the age of 21, you start getting 75,000 rupees. During training also, you start getting your salary. There is no organization except for if you pass out from IIM and other places, but there you have to slog. There you have to spend so much of money and effort, and you are not guaranteed to join that. Otherwise, the armed forces are the only organization where you get so much of salary from the start. Numerous allowances. In addition to the salary, you get numerous allowances if you are stationed or if you are posted in Northeast, you get allowance. You get posted to Jammu and Kashmir, you get allowance. You get posted to Siachen, you get allowance. You get allowance everywhere. You go to counter-insurgency area, militancy area, you get allowance. Subsidized accommodation. The accommodation which you think will cost thousands of rupees anywhere in the civil world, here you get a very good accommodation at subsidized rate. At 1,000, 1,500 rupees, you get a 3-bedroom house. Mess and club facilities. You get 5-star facilities in your mess and in your club. You can play squash, you can play lawn tennis, you can play table tennis, you can go to the gym, you can watch a movie, you can have drink in the evening, you can have whatever you want to have. And all at subsidized rates and with 5-star facilities. Medical facilities. The day you join the armed forces, not only you, your dependents, your parents, once you get married, your wife, your children, they all get medical facilities free. And that medical facility is as good as any good hospital in the country. The best hospital in the country is of Army, that is RR, which is located at Delhi. Free ration, I will not call it free ration, it is the entitled ration. The day you join the forces, you get your ration. You don't have to pay for it. Canteen facilities. Everything which you want you will get in the canteen at subsidized rates. And lastly, 50% discount in air and train travel. Whenever you come on annual leave, you will get a free ticket. Whenever you go or come on any other leave, you will get 50% discount whether you are traveling by air or you are traveling by train. In addition to that, leave, you get 2 months of annual leave, 60 दिन की छुट्टी पूरे साल में. In addition to that, you get 20 days of casual leave. That means 80 days of leave in a year. No other organization will give you 80 days of leave in a year. Plus, you can take 2 months furlough leave. We call it furlough leave after every 3 years, in addition to what I am talking about. So 80 days of leave every year, and every third year you can take another 60 days of leave. That is the leave entitlement. And all this leave is paid leave. It is not unpaid. Free traveling during leave for family and self. Even your family will get a free ticket. Paid study leave for 2 years for higher studies. In your complete career in the armed forces, if you want to upgrade your education qualification, you will be getting 2 years of study leave in which you will be paid. You will be entitled for all the facilities which you were entitled when you were working. Schools and professional colleges for children of armed forces personnel. Wherever you go, in any station where you get posted, there is an army school, there is an air force school, naval school, where it is guaranteed that your children will get admission. After they have done their 12th pass, then they can join any of the professional colleges, whether it is a medical college, whether it is a hotel management, whether it is a law college, it is a MBA college, it is a BBA college. Every professional college is run by the Army organization or the Defense Services organization, where your child will get admission guaranteed. This is all what you will be getting when you will be in the services. Once you retire, you will get pension. There are only very few organizations in the country where pension is still being continued. Otherwise, बाकी जगह सब जगह pension बंद कर दी. You will get pension. You will get same medical facilities. You will get same club facilities, and you will get same canteen facilities. So with all this, let me assure you that joining an armed forces is a very good option, and you must exercise this option. And you will not regret it, I am telling you. Now I'll give you an example of 2 officers who died for their country. Second Lieutenant Arun Khetrapal, in 1971 war, he got Paramveer Chakra. And how he got Paramveer Chakra was that his tanks were deployed against Pakistan tanks in Chakargarh sector of Jammu and Kashmir. There was armored regiment, that means about 45 tanks of the enemy, and there were only 7 or 8 tanks of the Indian Army. This boy which you see on this slide was just second lieutenant and not even completed 21 years of his age. His birthday was later on 21st birthday. He shot Pakistani tanks. Once he had destroyed 5 tanks, his tank was also hit and it caught fire. His con commander who was behind him asked him to vacate his tank and come back. But this boy said that, sir, my gun is still working. I will take this bastard. In spite of giving orders to evacuate, to come out of the tank, he said, I am not going to abandon my tank. My gun is working and I'll get this bastard. And after that, he shot another 2 tanks and then his tank was again hit and he died in the war. This is what a person who's got just 21 years of age can do in the armed forces. That's why after 50 years also I'm talking about this boy. These were the tanks which were destroyed by the Indian Army. Now I will talk about the second officer, Captain Vijayan Thapar. Next day he had to go. This was during Kargil war. Next day he had to go and attack a teacher. Before that, he wrote a letter. And I want you to read this letter. This is very, very important. It speaks lot of volume of the character of this individual as an officer. Dear Papa, Mama and Granny, by the time you get this letter, I'll be observing you all from the sky. And I'll be enjoying the hospitality of Apsara. I have no regrets. In fact, even if I become human being in next birth, I will join the army and fight for my nation. If you can come, please, and see where the Indian army fought for your tomorrow. As far as the unit is concerned, the new chap should be told about this sacrifice. I hope my photo will be kept in the Alpha Company Mandir. Whatever organ can be taken should be taken away. See the magnanimity of an individual, of an officer who knows that he is going to die tomorrow. He is asking his parents that whatever organ of my body can be taken out, which can be used to another human being, should be taken out. Contribute some money to orphanage and keep on giving rupees 50 to Rukhsana per month. Rukhsana was a small child in Srinagar to whom he used to pay 50 rupees to look after for her education. Best of luck to Birdie. Birdie was his brother. Never forget this sacrifice of men. Papa, you should feel proud. Mama, you should meet XXXX. I love her. Mama, forgive me for everything wrong I did. Okay, this is the time for me to join my clan of Dirty Dozen. My assault party has 12 cats. Best of luck to you all. Next day, this boy went for an attack and he died there. Every year, his father, Colonel Thapar, goes and visits that place where his son had died. This is what the armed forces is. I was telling you about all the salary, all other things, but those are nothing as compared to what we see here. Now, we come to the main topic. There are approximately 3 lakh candidates who appear every year for NDA exam, every 6 months. Only 8,000 qualified in written exam. That means 2.66% only qualified. 450 are recommended for SSB. That means only 450 they clear the SSB. That comes to 5.62%. But if we take for 450 candidates who go and join the academy out of 3 lakhs, the percentage people who qualify are only 0.15. That means out of 15,000 candidates who appear, there is only 1 candidate who gets selected. That is the difficulty in joining the armed forces. But I will tell you how to go about it so that you will be in this 0.15%. NDA is 8th hardest institute in the world to get an admission. दुनिया में 8वें नंबर पे आता है एनडीए डिफिकल्टी इन ज्वाइनिंग द इंस्टीट्यूट. हार्वर्ड यूनिवर्सिटी कम्स फर्स्ट, IIT Delhi is number 5th, and NDA is number 8. That is how difficult it is to join the armed forces. Now we come to very important aspect. Why the SSB interview is India's toughest thing? Because why I'll tell you that sometimes 300 to 350 candidates they go for an SSB in one batch. Sometimes all are rejected, and if the result is good, then 15, 20 students or candidates are selected out of 300, 350. Why is it? Why can't those 350 get selected? I'll tell you why. First is, in the SSB, they work on right fit instead of best. Now, let me explain to you what is right fit and what is best. Suppose there is a job vacancy of say 20 candidates, and there are 300 candidates to go for an interview in any other organization besides the armed forces. Now, what happens is they have got 20 vacancies, they have got 300 candidates. Now, out of 300 candidates, they select the best 20 candidates and fill all the vacancies. But this is not how the SSB or the armed forces organization work. If there are 450 vacancies after every 6 months in NDA, and 3 lakh people have applied for it, they will not select the best 450 out of those 3 lakhs. They will select only the right person for the job, who has got the officer-like qualities, which we will be talking about. If there are 300 candidates who are all right fit, all 300 will be selected. But if there is not a single candidate who is a right fit, then not a single candidate out of 300 will be selected. So that is the reason in Air Force, except for Air Force, Navy and Army, still there is shortage of officers. Otherwise, India जैसी देश में जहाँ पे there is so much of population, it is not difficult to fill the vacancy. But that is not the aim. Aim is to get the right officer, right candidate. Number 2, why it is tough is, the selection is 3-pronged. There are 3 people or officers who will be assessing you. One is the psychologist. Number 2 is the GTO or is the group task officer, and third is the interviewing officer. Now, all these officers are assessing you separately. Like on the first day, the psychologist will assess you. On the second and third day, the GTO will assess you. And maybe on 4th day or 5th day, the interviewing officer will assess you. They will assess you on the same qualities, but they will assess you in different aspects. So that is why it is 3-pronged selection. In other all interviews, you will find that there are 2-3 people who are the panelists. You go for the interview, they ask you questions, you answer them, and they all decide to select you. But in this, they are not together, they are separately. Third is Mansa, Karma, Vachana, and the OLG. Now I'll explain to you what is this Mansa, Karma, Vachan, and the OLG. Mansa is your mind. The psychologist assesses you on your mind, on your psychology. Karma is how you do your work. How do you do your task? That is assessed by the GTO. How you behave in a group, how you perform your task in a group. And third is the vachan. Vachan means how do you speak? That is the interviewing officer when he interviews you, and based on your answers, he assesses you. And the last is OLQ, officer-like qualities. Officer-like qualities, they are 15 in number, categorized into 4 categories, which we'll be discussing separately. Next is the secrecy of result. Secrecy of result means that if you don't get selected, you get rejected, you are not even aware why you got rejected. आप किस लिए फेल हुए, आपको नहीं पता, आपको कोई नहीं बता. एज ए रिजल्ट आपको ये नहीं पता लगता मेरे को अगली बारी किस चीज में तैयारी करनी है. वेयर वॉज आई लैकिंग, what should I improve upon? So that is the other problem. Next is long duration of assessment. Sorry. Now the SSB takes place in 4 to 5 days. So in 4 to 5 days, you are assessed 24 hours. So there is no question of missing out some of the weaknesses which you have. And last is assessment under stress and against time. Why under stress is that you are always rushing against the time. The question which should be answered, 30 questions which should be answered, say in 40 minutes, you will be given only 35 minutes. Because they want to see what is your first reaction, what is your first thinking. If they give you more time, then you will be able to manipulate your answers. The first time, whatever you think is the actual personality of yours. Now, what is SSB? Now, SSB stands for Service Selection Board. SSB is 5 to 6 days interview conducted to find the suitability of candidates for the armed forces. This interview comprises of number of tests which are designed in such a way that they check the officer-like qualities. As I said, officer-like qualities are 15 qualities. We will be discussing them. They are very simple ones, but most of us are not even aware. A candidate must possess these ONQs and also project them at the right time. That's why I put it in the right red. Project them. Hello.
कमेंट बॉक्स में फिर टैग कर देना.
हाँ.
अब उससे भी एक बार मतलब आप उनका आंसर कर दीजिए.
Okay. Okay. Right. So they must possess these qualities and also project them at the right time. Because what happens is most of the candidates they have these qualities, but they don't project those qualities. And until you project those qualities, you will miss a chance to get selected. Okay. We move further up. Now let's see what are the tests in SSB. Now SSB tests are divided into two phases, phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1 is now commonly known as screening. Now in screening, there is a first test which is officer intelligence and rating test. Now this is basically a reasoning test, and the number 2 is picture perception and description test. Where a picture is shown, you have to write a story. And then all of the candidates, about 15 to 18, they get together, they give out their story, and then they have to find a common story. Now these two tests are very, very important. Why they are important is because until that you clear these two tests, you cannot go to phase 2. And most of the candidates, I would say most of the candidates is 90 to 95% of the candidates, they fail in the screening test only. And that same day they come back. All those who clear their screening, then they go to the phase 2. Now in phase 2, they have these tests. Those first is the psychological test. First is word association test. A word is given, you have to write a sentence. Then is the thematic interpretation test, in which a photograph is shown to you, you have to write a story. There are 11 photographs, you have to write a story based on that photograph. Then is the situation reaction test. You are given a situation and then you have to write your reaction on that. And last is the self-description test, where you have to describe yourself. Describe yourself, how you feel about yourself, what your parents feel about yourself, what your teacher feel about yourself, what your friends feel about you. You have to write that. Then is the GTO test, which are 9 in number: group discussion, military planning exercise, progressive group task, group obstacle race, half group task, left race, individual obstacles, command task, and final group task. These are the 9 tasks which are assessed by the group task officer, that is GTO. This carries on for 2 to 3 days. Then is the personal interview, which is conducted by an interviewing officer. And after that, there is a board conference where all the SSCs and the assessors, they get together, and then the final decision is taken. So these are the tests which are conducted during SSB. Now there are few comments which are given by the students. I am going to take them one by one. Yeah, first is, sir, I have a stammering problem. Can I clear SSB or will I get rejected? Is there any opportunity to defense for stammering people? Well, let me tell you and let me clarify you that stammering you will get rejected, not in the SSB, you will get rejected in the medical also, even if you clear your SSB. But stammering is a problem which can be sorted out. There are voice experts who can sort out your problem. Next is, sir, I want to know the truth, whether yes or no. I don't want sympathy. I have given you what is truth. I am not giving you any sympathy. I have told you that medically also you will get rejected. So before you go for SSB, you must first of all remove this problem from you. Okay, there is one candidate who says that NDA में conference out हो गए थे. Now that's what I was saying you, that there is a board conference. Now what happens in a board conference is that when there is, suppose there are, I told you there are 3 SHs. Out of 3, suppose 2 have selected you, 1 has rejected. So when you go for a conference, there the person who has rejected you, he asks you a question, and then it is in front of everyone, it is confirmed whether you are a good candidate or you are a bad candidate. So nothing to worry about. It was that one odd person didn't feel that you are a good candidate, so he must have rejected you. You can always try, and I have seen lot number of candidates who got rejected in the board, but later on they were selected. So it is, I must congratulate you that at least you went in the board. And I can assure you, you can, the point which I am going to tell you, you will, with those points, you will be able to clarify it. Okay. Sir, how can I implement OLQ within me? I will tell you how you can inculcate. Stitches cause any problem, sir? No, stitches will not cause any problem. What I will do is, let me finish off this session and then I will take this question one by one. I'll take this question one by one. So you please keep writing your whatever comments you or whatever questions you have, whatever doubts you have, and then we will clear them one by one. Okay. Now we move further up. Now, optional high quality. This is the main thing which you must understand. There are 15 qualities divided into 4 categories. And you must understand them. These are very simple. नाम इनके बड़े हैं, लेकिन इतना मुश्किल नहीं है. First is planning and organizing. उसके अंदर है effective intelligence. Now, what is effective intelligence? Effective intelligence is your ability to apply your brain and find logical solutions to practical problems. That is effective intelligence. आपने अपने दिमाग का इस्तेमाल करना है to find a logical solution for a practical problem. रोजमर्रा की चीजें कुछ हम हमेशा करते हैं. Next is reasoning ability. It is your ability to have a quick understanding of the situation. हालात क्या है, जल्दी से उसको हालात को समझना है. Because in the armed forces, the situation changes very fast. So you have to understand the situation at hand and arrive at a conclusion by rational thinking. Situation को समझना है, rational thinking करनी है और conclusion पे पहुंचना है कि मुझे क्या करना है. Third is the organizing ability. Organizing ability क्या है? It is the ability to use the resources systematically या optimally to produce the desired result. मैंने आपको टास्क दिया, मैंने आपको रिसोर्सेज दिए. Now it is your job to organize the resources to complete the task. That is the organizing ability. Next is power of expression. Power of expression is that how you give your idea clearly and exactly. अपने आइडिया को किस तरीके से आप आसानी से दूसरे के सामने रख सकते हैं. That is the power of expression. Next is social adjustment. Social adaptability. Social adaptability is your ability to go along people around. जो आपका आसपास लोग हैं, उनके साथ आप ठीक तरीके से socially एडजस्ट हो सकते हैं कि नहीं हो सकते? सिंपल चीज है, कोई इसमें मुश्किल नहीं। कोऑपरेशन, कोऑपरेशन इज योर एटीट्यूड टू पार्टिसिपेट विलिंगली। याद रखना, इट इज योर एटीट्यूड टू पार्टिसिपेट विलिंगली इन हार्मनी विद अदर मेंबर्स ऑफ द ग्रुप इन ऑर्डर टू अचीव द ग्रुप गोल। अगर आप टीम में 10 लोग हैं तो आपका कोऑपरेशन ये है कि आप उन 10 के साथ मिलकर जो ग्रुप का गोल है उसको अचीव करें। नेक्स्ट इज सेंस ऑफ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी। सेंस ऑफ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी का मतलब ये है कि यू अंडरस्टैंड द वैल्यू ऑफ ड्यूटी। आपकी जो ड्यूटी है उसकी आप वैल्यू समझते हैं। यू अंडरस्टैंड द सोशल स्टैंडर्ड एंड यू ऑल्सो do what is expected out of you, and then you give your energy and full attention to achieve that. That is the sense of responsibility. Next is social effectiveness. Excuse me. First is initiative. It is your ability to originate action. आपको किसी को बताने की जरूरत नहीं पड़नी चाहिए. You should be able to take the initiative. Self-confidence. It is your faith, your trust in yourself to face any situation. Speed of decision. It is your ability to arrive at a practical decision quickly. जल्दी से जल्दी डिसाइड करना पड़ता है, क्योंकि डिफेंस सर्विसेज में कोई भी एक्शन जब होता है वो सेकंड के अंदर अंदर आपको डिसीजन लेना पड़ता है। नेक्स्ट इज एबिलिटी टू इन्फ्लुएंस द ग्रुप। दैट मीन्स इट इज योर एबिलिटी विच एनेबल्स यू टू गेट विलिंग एफर्ट ऑफ द अदर्स टू अचीव द ऑब्जेक्टिव सेट बाय यू। इसको थोड़ा समझना है। आप टीम लीडर हैं, आप ऑफिसर हैं, आपके साथ ग्रुप है, आपने एक टास्क रखा है, वो टास्क मुश्किल है। आपका काम है अपने ग्रुप को इन्फ्लुएंस करना ताकि आपके बताए हुए टास्क को दे कंप्लीट इट। दैट इज द एबिलिटी टू इन्फ्लुएंस द ग्रुप। नेक्स्ट इज लाइवलीनेस। यू शुड बी cheerful in all difficulties so that the cheerful atmosphere is created in your group. Next is dynamic. First is determination. Determination is your ability to put in sustained effort. To achieve objective in spite of the obstacles and setbacks. मतलब अगर लड़ाई हो रही है, उसमें कोई मुश्किलें आ रही हैं, उसमें कहीं पे मुश्किल होगी, लेकिन you keep on fighting, you keep on doing what you are supposed to do in spite of all these setbacks and difficulties. Sustained effort, that is determination. Next is courage. Courage is your ability to appreciate and take persuasive risk. आपने देखना है कि कितना खतरा है, उसके हिसाब से आपने अपना करेज दिखाना है। बेवकूफ की तरह आगे नहीं बढ़ना है अगर सामने से फायरिंग हो रही है। एंड लास्ट इज स्टेमिना। इट इज योर एबिलिटी टू विथस्टैंड फिजिकल एंड मेंटल एंड्योरेंस। तो ये 15 क्वालिटीज हैं जिनके बेस के ऊपर आपका एसएसबी के दौरान सिलेक्शन या रिजेक्शन हो। इनमें कोई ऐसी क्वालिटी नहीं है जो आपके अंदर नहीं होगी, और अगर कोई क्वालिटी नहीं है तो उसको डेवलप करना है। और जब क्वालिटीज यू हैव डेवलप्ड दोस क्वालिटीज, व्हेन यू गो फॉर द एसएसबी, वेदर इट इज ए साइकोलॉजिकल टेस्ट, वेदर इट इज ए जीटीओ, वेदर इज ए इंटरव्यू, यू मस्ट प्रोजेक्ट दीज क्वालिटीज। आपको पता लग जाएगा कि ये जो मेरे से क्वेश्चन पूछा गया है, इन दिस आई हैव टू प्रोजेक्ट दिस क्वालिटी। So this is the most important part of preparing for the SSB. Now, why the success rate is low? क्यों लोग जो SSB में फेल हो जाते हैं? Number one, they have no idea about selection criteria. उनको ये नहीं पता कि selection criteria क्या है, किस, जैसे मैंने आपको भी बताया है, इनको नहीं पता। They don't prepare, lack of preparation. रिटन एग्जाम के लिए 6 महीने से तैयारी करेंगे, लेकिन एसएसबी की तैयारी नहीं करेंगे। पुअर सेल्फ नॉलेज, अपने बारे में पता नहीं है. फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट इज यू मस्ट फाइंड आउट अबाउट योर स्ट्रेंथ एंड वीकनेस. लैक ऑफ जनरल अवेयरनेस, आपके आसपास क्या हो रहा है, आपके शहर में क्या हो रहा है, व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन योर country, what is happening all around, you are not aware. Poor knowledge of current affairs, poor communication skills, this is very very important. The candidates are not able to express themselves, जो उनको पता है वो बता नहीं पाते. That is the another problem. Lacking in enthusiasm and positive attitude. अगर जोश नहीं है और पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड नहीं है तो डिफेंस सर्विसेज आपके लिए ऑप्शन नहीं है. फॉरगेट अबाउट. लैक ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस, अपने ऊपर भरोसा नहीं है. एंड लास्ट इज सेल्फ सेंटर्ड, अपने बारे में सोचना है, दूसरों के बारे में नहीं सोचना है. जो ये क्वालिटीज मैंने आपको बताई थी, इन क्वालिटीज में ये बहुत जरूरी है. बिकॉज डिफेंस सर्विसेज में अपने आप बाद में सोचा जाता है, सबसे पहले देश के बारे में सोचा जाता है. नंबर दूसरा अपने साथियों के बारे में सोचा जाता है. और लास्ट में अगर टाइम और एफर्ट अवेलेबल है तो अपने बारे में सोचा जाता है. दैट इज द थिंग यू मस्ट ऑलवेज कीप इन माइंड. हाउ टू सक्सीड इन एसएसबी? इफ वी हैव टू क्रैक द एसएसबी, व्हाट शुड वी डू? फर्स्टली बिल्ड अप योर कॉन्फिडेंस. नंबर 1. वो कैसे होगा? इंप्रूव योर कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स, इंप्रूव योर जनरल अवेयरनेस. नंबर 2, नो योर सेल्फ. फाइंड आउट, डू योर सेल्फ एनालिसिस एंड फाइंड आउट व्हाट आर माय स्ट्रेंथ्स, व्हाट आर माय वीकनेस. यू शुड बी एबल टू प्रेजेंट योर सेल्फ. कैसे आप क्या बोलते हैं, दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट, बट कैसे बोलते हैं, आपकी बॉडी लैंग्वेज क्या है, that is also very important. Focus. If you have decided to join the armed forces, then you must focus on joining the armed forces. Physical fitness, current affairs, good communication skills. Try to improve. बोलने की आप आदत डालो. Don't be nervous to speak in front of others. उस झिझक को, डर को बाहर निकालना. Whatever you do, practice against time. बुक्स एसएसबी के बारे में काफी रीजनिंग एबिलिटीज की बुक वगैरह है. प्रैक्टिस अगेंस्ट टाइम. रीजनिंग एंड प्लानिंग, एसएसबी में कई एक्सरसाइज दी जाती है जिसमें आपको रीजनिंग करनी है, प्लान करना है. यू इंप्रूव दैट. कोऑपरेटिव, यू मस्ट बी वेरी कोऑपरेटिव. एंड लास्टली यू शुड बी लाइकेबल. आपकी हरकत से आपके साथी और जो वहां पे एसेसर्स है, दे मस्ट स्टार्ट लाइकिंग यू फॉर योर एबिलिटी. नाउ मेरे से समटाइम द स्टूडेंट दे आस्क मी शुड वी जॉइन द कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट, बिकॉज दिस इज वन थिंग. कोई लोग बोलते हैं ज्वाइन करो, कोई बोलते हैं नहीं. बट आई मस्ट टेल यू, इट इज बेटर टू जॉइन द कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट, बट provided you have right attitude to apply things told you. जो वहां पे बताया जाता है, अगर आप उसको ठीक तरीके से इस्तेमाल करते हैं with right attitude, then joining the coaching institute is a good idea. ज्वाइन करने के फायदे क्या है? फर्स्टली it makes you aware of the whole procedure. आपको पूरे प्रोसीजर के बारे में बताया. नंबर 2, guide you to project OMQ और right time. जो ये मेरे OMQ आपको बताई है, वहां पे आपको गाइड किया जाएगा कि किस तरीके से इन OMQ को प्रोजेक्ट करना. गिव्स यू अपॉर्चुनिटी टू वर्क इन ए ग्रुप, टू प्रैक्टिस एंड डू लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स टुगेदर. इंस्टीट्यूट में ज्वाइन, कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट ज्वाइन करोगे तो वहां पे और भी आपके तरह होंगे. उनके सामने आप ग्रुप डिस्कशन कर सकते हो, लेक्चर दे सकते हो, मिलिट्री प्लानिंग एक्सरसाइज कर सकते हो, और बहुत सी चीजें कर सकते हो जो कि एसएसबी में करते हैं. अगर आप ज्वाइन नहीं करोगे तो एज ए इंडिविजुअल आपको यही नहीं पता लगेगा कि मेरे बाकियों के साथ कैसे करना. देन मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट इज इट इरेजेस योर शाइनेस एंड हेजिटेशन, thus गिविंग यू कॉन्फिडेंस. जो हिचकिचाहट होती है हमारे अंदर औरों के सामने बोलने, वो दूर हो जाती है. ऑल्दो दिस साइकोलॉजी कैन नॉट बी चेंज और इम्प्रूव इजिली, बट यू गेट गाइडेंस टू व्हाट इज रॉट एंड व्हाट इज। साइकोलॉजी आपकी एकदम चेंज नहीं हो सकती है, बट कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट में आपको ये बताया जाएगा कि क्या गलत है क्या चीज है, उसके बाद आपने डिसाइड करना है कि किस तरीके से मेरे को काम। नाउ एज ए इंडिविजुअल आपने क्या करना है, वो अगर आपने आर्म फोर्सेज ज्वाइन करने हैं तो आज से ही आपने शुरू करना है। फर्स्टली स्टार्ट गेटिंग अप अर्ली, जल्दी उठना शुरू करो। गो फॉर ए फिजिकल एक्सरसाइज, दौड़ो, जो भी करना है। मेंटली बी स्ट्रांग, because in the armed forces mentally also you have to be very strong when the life is very tough. Improve your communication English. Practice. Read newspaper, read magazine and speak English. Practice active listening. सुनना सीखो। That is the biggest problem आजकल की, कि आजकल लोग सुनना कम पसंद करते, बोलना ज्यादा पसंद करते। Improve your body language. How you stand, how you sit, how you talk. If you are sitting with a drooping shoulder और झुक के बैठे हो, उससे ऑटोमेटिकली पता लग जाता है कि आपका कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल लो। स्टार्ट रीडिंग न्यूज़पेपर एंड लास्टली स्टार्ट बिहेविंग लाइक एन ऑफिसर। इफ यू वांट टू बिहेव, इफ यू वांट टू बिकम एन ऑफिसर, स्टार्ट बिहेविंग लाइक एन ऑफिसर। इन द एंड आई विल टेल यू, जो मैंने आपको अब तक बताया है दैट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, बट वो सिर्फ आपकी आंखें खोलने के लिए बताया। इतना बताने से आपको थोड़ा आइडिया हो गया होगा, बट आई कैन नॉट गारंटी यू दैट यू विल गो एंड क्रैक द एसएसबी बाय जस्ट लिसनिंग फॉर दिस 1 hour, बिकॉज वॉट एवर आई हैव टोल्ड यू इट नीड्स प्रैक्टिस। नाउ टू डू दैट and to improve on your other things, what you can do is you can download the app of Adda 247. They have got their test exercises, they have got their books, and they have got other material which will help you in clearly cracking your SSB. So please subscribe to Adda 247, like their channel, and you will like it. Now I will take the questions, and if there are any more questions, I will take them more. Those who don't worry about the time, I have got lots of time. Okay. Now, sir, how to develop OLQ? I told you, जो ये मैंने आपको OLQ बताई है, इनमें कोई ऐसी चीज नहीं है, क्वालिटी जो आपके अंदर नहीं है। और अगर कोई क्वालिटी आपको लगता नहीं है तो उसकी यू कैन ओनली प्रैक्टिस। लाइक जैसे एक है पावर ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन। ना पावर ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन का मतलब है कि वॉट एवर आई वॉन्ट टू स्पीक, दूसरे के समझ में आना चाहिए। तो अगर उसको आप जो है बोलने की प्रैक्टिस करेंगे तो ऑटोमेटिकली आपकी क्लैरिटी आ जाएगी बोलने। तो इस तरीके से यू कैन डेवलप ऑल दीज क्वालिटीज जो 15 मैंने बताए, यू कैन डेवलप दोज क्वालिटीज। Okay, the next question, which is very very important, and I am very happy that Suraj Khetri has asked me. 1 month is enough to prepare SSB interview? No. The day you start, the day you decide कि मेरे को I have to join the armed forces, please start from that day itself. Don't wait for your written exam result. Passing written exam result is not difficult. If you are good student, you have done your 12th well and your graduation well, then passing is not a problem. SSB is a problem. And for SSB, 1 month is not sufficient. I recommend minimum 5 to 6 months. Okay. Next question is, Please also tell that how to prepare for GTO and other things. Like GTO, there are few things which you can practice on your own. You can improve your general knowledge. You can improve your current affairs. Once you do that, you will be able to take active part in group discussion, which is part of GTO. If you are good in general awareness, you will be able to speak well during your lecturing. If you have a good communication skills, you will be able to do well in military planning exercise, which is also part of GT. Please do physical activities, go for a run, do sit-ups, do bench press, which will help you in your obstacle race or in your individual obstacles. So if you do these 5-6 things, you will be able to clear your GTO task. Can I join Minerva Academy for SSB? You can join any academy. I'm not recommending which academy you must join, but please make sure that ज्यादातर academies what they do is वो आपको questions बताते आंसर बताते हैं ये आंसर दो. That is incorrect. Because if वो अगर आपने जो उनके आंसर्स बताए वो जाके बताओगे तो आपको 15 मिनट में पता चल जाएगा उनको कि आपने जो यू हैव बीन ट्यूटर्ड, यू हैव बीन डॉक्टर्ड, you have been manipulated. Your actual character will not come. And once actual character doesn't come, then they will not correct you. You must try to find कि लॉजिक क्या है इस चीज को करने का. आंसर तो अपने आप आ जाएगा. How much score is good in SSB out of 300? You don't worry about that. What score is good, what is not. Only thing you clear SSB, and once you clear SSB, you will be in the map. Okay. Sir, what to answer if not participated in any extracurricular activity? If you have not participated in extracurricular activity, then please start participating. But if you have not participated and if you think that I will not participate, then don't give wrong answer. Say, sir, I don't take part in any activity. Okay. Rishikesh More says how to get to know oneself. There is a very simple technique I will tell you. Ask your friends to get together. And if you are not comfortable with your friends, ask your family members to get together. And then ask them that you will be telling them a story. They must write down the good points and the bad points about the person who story is being told. फिर आप उनको अपनी story बताइए. And then they will keep on writing down what are the good points and bad points about you. बचपन से लेके अब तक जो जो असली बातें उनको बताओ. They will be able to find out. And once they give you those strengths and weaknesses, then you will be able to refine them, or you ask yourself these questions. So what level of English is important in SSB? Simple English where you can speak simple sentences, that's all. They don't want Shakespeare. So then we have to join SSB. Once you clear your written exam, then only you will be asked to come for the SSB. I have a burn mark on my right wrist. Is it a cause for rejection in the SSB medical? Am I fit for the answer? You are fit for the answer. Burn mark is no criteria for medically unfit. How to manage your gap in studies? Don't try to manage anything. Just say whatever is right, what is true. For this topic given us in a lecture, there are 4 topics which will be given. You have to, out of those 4, you have to select one. and most of the topics are related to the current affairs and general awareness. Okay, someone says that he is from South India and there are no good institutes there. Can I do online? Yes, you can do online coaching. And if the instructor or the trainer is good, then it will be quite effective. फायर मार्क्स से कोई रिजेक्ट नहीं होता. Someone is asking, can't we prepare for SSB at home? You can prepare for SSB at home. There is no problem in that, provided you do all those things which I have asked you to do. It is important to join any institute for SSB preparation. Like I said, it is yes, it is no. It is yes if you apply whatever they told you in a logical manner. But अगर सिर्फ आप उनसे आंसर लेके वही आंसर वहां पे दोगे, then please don't join. Okay. Now there are no more questions, but still, if anyone has got any question, please ask me. Sir, are you joining Adda 247? I am already part of Adda 247. वेट ज्यादा हो तो रिजेक्शन मिलता है, कोई कंपेंसेशन नहीं मिलता, पर वेट ज्यादा होना इज नॉट ए प्रॉब्लम. यू कैन ऑलवेज रिड्यूस इट. If you do physical activities, you will be able to reduce the weight. Anything else? Now someone is asking me that what is pilot battery test and how to clear. Sorry, I don't know what is pilot. I know what is pilot battery test, but I will not be able to guide you on that because I am not qualified. I am from the army, and in the army SSBs they don't have pilot battery test. Okay, someone says, sir, there is only 5 vacancies for girls all over India. No, that is absolutely incorrect. The vacancies are much more. Sir, can you suggest some institutes where I can get best coaching? I am preparing for physical fitness myself. Please find out yourself. I will not going to recommend any. Since I am now on the this thing platform of Adda 247, I recommend that you can decide on your own. And once you have decided, if you want to ask me, my mobile number, my email ID, everything is shown on the slide. You can contact me. Interview English में होता है? Yes, interview English में होता है. Sir, what is checked in conference? Conference is just mere formality. Nothing is checked. If you have done well in all the 3 assessments, then you will have no problem. English is essential or not for interview? English is, they will ask you that you can answer in Hindi, but as an officer, you must know English. That is must. So even if you are not good in English, I suggest that you start improving on your English. English improve करना कोई मुश्किल काम नहीं है. We are all Indians and our mother tongue is Hindi or any regional language, but we can always learn how to speak English. Any other question? If there are no questions, then thank you very much. And I repeat once again that if you want more information, for defense and other things, then you can always download Adda 247 app and you can subscribe to their channel and they will be able to help you out.